are going to talk about the 4 stages of spiritual awakening, and we're going to find out where are you. Why is it important to know where we are in our spiritual development? Because to get to the 5th dimension, we cannot be living a life in a victim stage. So our spirits are constantly growing, and that is the reason that we are going to learn every time that we feel like life is so wonderful and we already got it and I am so spiritual, and suddenly something happens, right? And then we experience chaos, and then we have to grow. And when we grow, we are starting a new stage of development, and there is where we can really little by little achieve to get to the place that we all are earning in our souls, and that is the 5th dimension. And I want always let people know that the 5th dimension is not a place that we are trying to get, it's a spiritual state of consciousness. Okay, so we go back to what we are talking today, and we are going to start with the first stage. The first stage of spiritual development is the victim stage. Do you know someone that sounds like that? When we are in a victim stage, things that we are constantly saying is, she did that to me, he did that to me, that happened to me, the government is so bad with me, I need more help, and everything that has been happening in my life is because somebody did it to who? To me. So I think there was a little of victim stage at certain point of our lives in all of us. But as we grow spiritually, we are going to start understanding that these stages change. When you are in a victim stage, normally you are going to start living like very hard situations because you are always the victim. So then who are you calling in your life? What type of people you are attracting in your life is the ones that are going to use and are going to make you a victim, right? Then you have those stories that I don't know what my husband is like he is and he treats me so bad, or my boyfriend, or my mom, or there is always someone, and believe me, there is always someone that is looking for a victim. So you don't want to be there, because what is going to happen with time is that you're going to get sick, right? And then until comes the moment that you need to realize it's time to grow, and you need to understand, or your soul starts understanding that you are able to create. And then we go spiritually to the second stage, that is, I am the creator. And this is a beautiful, beautiful stage, at least in the beginning, because power starts coming inside of you. And when you feel this power, it's amazing, because you know you are able to create. And then magical things start happening, right? And your life starts going so amazing because you decided, I'm gonna manifest that car, or I'm gonna manifest that relation. And you work for it, like mentally, and you went to that place that you can feel it, and yes, you got it. And that feels amazing. Until you realize that that is only the second stage of spiritual awakening. And then we are going to go again, and chaos is going to come into our lives, and we are going to realize that it's not just us that we can create. So we are so happy in the second stage of consciousness. We are powerful manifestators. And then we realize that was just part of the spiritual growth, because chaos came into our life again to show us there is time to grow. And then we realize it's not up to us, we are just channeling. It comes through us. And then you go in a whole another dimension, because you realize how important is to be present and to be just this bridge between something bigger than yourself and yourself. So I think for me, personally, getting there was like amazing. It was like this beautiful aha moment that I was connected with something bigger than myself. And the biggest challenge in this stage is just to surrender, right? Are we able to surrender, or we go back to the second dimension where we're trying again to be as the manifestators of our lives. So for me personally, again, it was like this stage put me like back and forth for a long time. And the other part that was very challenging inside of me, it was that when I was thinking in the fourth stage of consciousness, that is we are as source and we start acting as source, I always said like that was a very hard concept for me to grab. So I was trying to stay in the third dimension. That probably was just like a limiting belief and just the fear of really open again to a new stage of development. However, life comes and you have to keep going, keep growing. We decide to come to this planet to keep expanding. So if you want it or no, if you like it or no, if you understand it or no, that is gonna keep going. And then again, chaos is gonna come to your life and you probably are gonna go to the dark night of the soul and you just have to surrender. And somehow, somewhen, you are able to reach the fourth stage of spiritual awareness. And that one is you are a source. And I love this stage because here is where we are gonna meet with religion, right? Because spirituality so many times is separated from religion. We are all so different, we don't believe in that. But at the end of the end, we need to believe in something bigger than ourselves and that we are part of it. So when you get that, it's beautiful. And the other part that I think I want to clarify in this video is that we are not just in one stage and we forgot the other ones, right? We can be like growing so much in one stage and suddenly you have certain emotions or certain people comes to your life that, or you attract those people, better said, that really are gonna put you back in another stage. But don't feel bad because that is how we grow and it's happening not just to you, but all of us are going through that. I think I can share with all of you that coming from South America, third world country, you grow in like a community like mindset from scarcity many times because they make you believe that there is not enough. And then you are in a victim stage because it's the fault of the government or, you know, the people in the third world countries or the people in my country, for instance, that they took the ocean. We don't have an ocean in my country, so they say that because we don't have the ocean, we are a poor country. There is always like that consciousness of the whole country. So when I moved here to the US, I had to change and really realize and analyze where my beliefs were. So it's an internal work, but it's phenomenal because when you start growing through each stage and you start awakening, it feels amazing. But remember, that is an unending process. So wherever you are in these stages and wherever I am in those stages, more is coming and always open to learn and getting ready for what? For the fifth dimension. If you love the content that you just saw, keep rising up with me and watch my next video.